Hello, YouTube viewers! I am Sandalwood99, and this is the Ginger Ninja.
Hello.
And today we're going to be reviewing probably my single favorite movie of all time.
Really?
It might be. It's my favorite animated movie of all time. Princess Monomoke. It is an anime movie. Wait! Don't click the pause button. Don't link away. It is a wonderful anime movie. It's a good anime movie. One you'll want to watch. One that people who aren't weird Japanese fans will want to watch. You know, everyone knows them. There's those people, and they just know everything about every single anime because all they do is watch animes online. Soul Catcher 1231. Anyways, so the story is Prince Ashitaka is the prince of a race of people who were driven into the mountains and apparently completely wiped out by the emperor. Anyways, he's the prince, and one day the town is attacked by a demon boar.
Yeah.
Who's possessed by his own hatred. The philosophical ramifications begin. In order to save the town, he kills it, and by doing so, and by coming in contact with the boar, he becomes cursed, and he gets this weird curse mark on his arm that's slowly covering him, and look at my awesome muscles, I'm fucking ripped. I'm pale. I'm not ripped, I'm really weak.
I'm stronger than you.
Yeah, he is, and look at these lengthy arms. Okay.
Oh my god.
And so the curse is slowly going to cover him and painfully kill him. Viciously and painfully. And so he goes on a little excursion to find out where the boar's hatred came from. And in the words of this movie, to see the world with eyes unclouded by hate, which is just the beginning of deep philosophical shit that he begins spewing at you. It's like a cannon. There's no stopping it.
I was totally lost after this.
It's so good, and it has enough action. It has enough action in it to keep some people entertained. And this is a gory anime.
Yeah.
The guy's head gets chopped off by an arrow.
Yeah.
Okay, I know we said it was realistic, and someone's head just got popped off by an arrow. Let us explain. The demon mark gave him like superpower, like super strength or something like that, and that's why that happened. And he ends up in a town called Irontown that's under massive siege from a powerful warlord because it has such rich natural resources. But in order to defend itself, it has to cut down the trees and dig up the ground and basically destroy the environment in order to fuel the war machine it needs to defend itself from the constant attack. And so the story, at first, he arrives and he gets welcomed into Irontown, and you get introduced to the conflict between them, and you think, oh, I see, it's going to be him, he's going to settle peace between those two warlords, and then you get introduced to this third element, which is the spirits and the animals. And this namesake, Princess Monomoke, whose real name is San, and she was raised by wolves in the forest. And it now becomes a story of the forest's battle to survive, Irontown's battles to survive, and how they end up coinciding. And it becomes an infinitely more intelligent version of Avatar. Don't ever see Avatar, it's a waste of your money.
Oh, good.
It is.
It's a good movie.
No, it's not. You weren't in that review, shut up, okay? The acting. The main actor, her name is Gillian Anderson. No, is that her name? Is that a her? I don't know. I can't remember. You know what? I don't remember anyone's name in this movie.
No.
Except they're all printed there. I just know that most of the acting is really, really well done. Even Billy Bob Thornton.
What?
He's in this movie. Didn't you notice? Yeah, dude,
What the fuck?
he plays the monk. You know there's one character, and he's a monk, and he has these really fucked up sandals that are like,
Oh yeah, that dude.
this long, and his name's Chico, or something like that. And he's he's kind of conniving, and he's sort of on both sides, and he's like controlling the conflict behind the scenes because he wants to. There's the spirit of the forest, which is a giant deer. Apparently, if you cut off its head, you can live forever. So he's going to cut off the head and bring it to the emperor from mountains of gold, and he's all behind the scenes manipulating everything in this really devious way, and he's kind of funny too. And so it's just amusing to think of Billy Bob Thornton as the conniving mastermind behind the conflict. It is weird, but one of the things I love about this movie so much is that no one other than Jico, who you can probably argue is fairly evil, maybe not evil, but he's a bad guy in his greed. But no one else is really evil or bad. I mean, you can say, from the forest point of view, the leader of Irontown, her name is Lady Oboshi, and you could say that she is mean because she also wants to kill the spirit of the forest, because she knows once she does, the animals will stop attacking the village and stop banding together, and they won't be able to talk, and they'll go become dumb animals, and the forest will be easier for her to invade. So you think on that level that's evil, but when you look and you go inside the town and you see who she has working there, she has the lepers, the people, because it takes place in feudal Japan. The lepers, which even now are still hated by society and cast out. And she has them all in there working amongst the regular people and giving them home and shelter and washing their wounds and everything. And then she has brothel girls, so girls who were poor and broken were forced into prostitution in main society. She's like, no, you can come and you can help work in the forge and build the huts and things like that. And so she's on one level, she's very, to humans, she's very come, I'm going to welcome you and build this little fortress for you to live in. And then when that's threatened, I think that's what drives her off the edge. That's what forces her to so passionately go after the forest. And I think a lot of this is a very underrated movie in the terms of contemporary society, because everyone just dismisses it as just another weird, bizarre anime. Well, there are moments where it's weird. There are those moments where you're like, that wouldn't happen if this wasn't an anime. But
you kind of get lost in it.
It's really good. Ashitaka the main character Ashitaka becomes this an objective third party, and you, as the audience, if the writers have done their job right, you don't side with either Irontown or the forest. You side with Ashitaka, and you become this objective third party, and you realize that this conflict is stupid, and it's no one's fault, but it needs to stop. And that's the bigger message that the film director, who also did Spirited Away, which is a very successful movie even here in the Western world, here in Canada, where we live. That's right. They know we live in Canada now.
Oh no!
You know what? We said that in the last video. That you're like, I'm Irish Canadian. So now they know now.
Oh, we're not drunk and high.
No, we're not. You want to go get drunk and high before our next?
Let's do it.
Okay.
No.
We'll finish this first.
We'll be back later.
Yeah. He becomes an objective third party, and the message the filmmaker is trying to present is that all conflicts, while some of them are all of them are unnecessary, but a lot of them aren't anyone's fault, and you can't just label, okay, this is their fault. We're gonna beat their ass until they lose. Conflicts have multiple arguments, and that's why I love this movie so much, and that's why I show it to so many people, because they're always like, ew, this is stupid, and then they watch it and go, wow, that was really good, and they lose their really stupid little kid voice too after they watch it. This movie will make you into a man.
I'm over that.
What's wrong? Am I already high? Probably. Okay, sounds about right. This, the music. I don't usually talk about the music of a movie because it doesn't matter to me. I love it. You have no idea how many times I've watched this movie, Matthew.
I think it was pretty good.
At least, I
watched it a while ago.
I've watched this at least 60 times. It never gets old. I know this movie almost off by heart. It's amazing.
Even I haven't seen Avatar that many times.
Avatar's a piece of shit. It's 3 hours long.
Joking.
It's a 3-hour long piece of shit. The music in this movie is really good.
Oh yeah.
And it sets the tone a lot of the time. Like, there's these crazy parts when he's killing the boar. There's this crazy chorus of violins. They're like, and it's really intense. And I want the soundtrack of this movie because it's really good. And like I said before, there are these moments. I think I counted 5 almost every main character, the only main character who doesn't do it is San for some reason, has this moment where they get to almost soliloquy about their view on the world and why they do what they do, and it's
Yeah.
Ashitaka does it, Lady Eboshi does it, Jiko does it, and Maro does it, and so does someone else. I can't remember. Someone else does it, and they do these things. And there's like, shh, you know, the trees cry out as they die, but you can't hear them. You're to death. Blah blah blah. You know, at the end, we all just die, and then Jiko has one about how no one's better than others. We're all just trying to make our way through this world. Doesn't matter what I do. We all end up dead anyways. We're all cursed. Blah blah blah. Oh, the leper. The leper has one. The world is cursed, it's filled with anger, pain, and hatred, but we find reasons to keep on living anyways. And they have these really deep, powerful moments about why they're living the way they are. And that's what I love about this movie. It's so wonderful. I like it more than Spirited Away. Spirited Away was weird. Spirited Away is what would happen if, like, acid and weed had a child. You haven't seen this movie. It's
No.
It's messed up. Her parents get turned into pigs, and she ends up working for a witch with a giant head. And a baby that's 6 foot tall. It's fucked up. You know what? That's exactly. I was like, the fuck, the fuck, the fuck.
A little high
It
pitch
was
there.
so thank you. It was so messed up. I don't know. Is there anything else we want to say about this?
I guess if you watch it when you're half asleep, you kind of get lost in it somewhat, and it doesn't fully make sense. Like, I obviously haven't seen it as much as
I have.
him. Yes, this dude. But for what I remember of it, and what I understood, it was pretty good, and I think I cried.
Wow, it's 2 hours? It doesn't
Yeah.
feel that long. I guess because I know it really well.
Yeah.
Anyways, what do you want to give this? This is a movie near and dear to my heart. Give it what you honestly think.
7.5.
Fair enough. I'm gonna give this a 10 out of 10 because it's so underrated. It's just amazing.